What is up, y'all? We are now live on YouTube and Facebook, and we're
Instagram.
live on Instagram or Rammer. So, what is up? What's happening? Crystal just walked in. How you doing, babe?
I'm good.
Doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Been on a live in a while.
We haven't. We've been gone.
We were on the cruise, and then we were on the cruise last week. No,
Week before.
week before
and then
last.
Robert was out of town.
And then I was out of town all last week. But we are back now, and it is great to see y'all's smiling faces. So,
Except for we don't see your faces. You just see ours.
yes.
So it's good for you to see our smiles.
But I'm assuming y'all are all smiling. So hopefully you're all smiling. So we're going to kind of just, because of all the chaos of us being gone the past 2 weeks, a lot of people are asking about if we're doing a live. I figured we can make this live a video talking about the travel plans that we have coming up. So y'all kind of in the know about whether or not we're going to be here or not and what we got cooking in the future. Because a lot of it is very exciting stuff. What's up, Keto Greg? What's up, Under Armour Greg? Greg and Greg, both in the building at the same time. Jennifer Lucas, how you doing? Welcome home. Thanks for having us. All right, so let's talk about plans coming up in the pipeline.
Savages. And hey, y'all, excited to see you. My favorite travel.
All right, so travel plans got going on. We got company coming in this weekend. We leave for Crystal's family
You don't
reunion
have to tell them our entire schedule.
in Oregon. We leave for 2 weeks for Crystal's family reunion in Oregon next week. We'll be gone for 2 weeks for that. And then we got the Hard to Kill Summit at the end of July. And then we got my parents are coming into town. Or no, that's the end of June, right? Hard to Kill? That's the end of June?
What is?
Hard to Kill?
July.
That's July. All right. And then the parents are in town to work on the fence because we got to get the fence prepped for watching their dogs in August. So we have a work weekend at the place. And then, what is that? The 12th? Not talking about that one yet. It's exciting stuff, though. And then we got another work weekend at the house with the parents in town to work on the fence. And then we go for the 50-mile march at the end of August. After that, we have my first competition of the season, and that will be on Saturday, the 2nd of September. So that'll be my first competition. Then what do we have here? A hike. Is that a weekend that we're at home?
What?
We have like a weekend that we're at home. That's crazy.
So usually, it's gonna be like we get back on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we don't leave until like the next week. So we're technically home for like a weekend, but we're still like gone.
Yeah, and we have company coming in then too. Then we have my second competition, which is the New York show on September 23rd. So we got to drive to New York because we're driving everywhere because we're crazy. So we're going to drive to New York for that. Then
We might try and stop seeing some friends along the way. I'm not sure how Robert's feeling about being in prep and
who do we know in New
seeing
York?
people. Well, like Jessica and Derek, they're in Ohio. Like we might
Yeah,
try to.
that'd be good. Then there's the Keto Las Vegas conference. Is anybody going to the Keto Las Vegas conference? I've got my competitions at that same time, so I'm probably not going to be, but I'm curious
Same
to
thing
know.
with Keto Palooza. We're
Yes.
not going to go to the Keto Palooza because Robert will be confused.
All right, yeah. Then the next week is Keto Palooza. So you got the Keto Las Vegas, then Keto Palooza the following week in October, and then we leave for the Washington State Natural Competition, which is the competition that I'm really banking on taking by storm. That is on the 14th of October. So boom chakalaka there. And then I got a weekend at home. I got 2 weekends at home.
Yeah. We
Two
have like
weekends at home.
a couple of breaks. I actually noticed that. I was like going through and I was like, we're literally busy every single weekend. And I was
Yeah.
like,
We
there's like
got
a couple,
couple.
but it's chaos in the middle. Like we're
Yeah.
traveling on the front end and on the back end of like 3 days, like 5 days before the competition to 3 days after the competition. We're traveling.
Yeah.
And then I have like a couple days to unload, clean everything, go grocery shopping, prep all the food again, and then we leave.
Yeah. Then we have the WNBF Monster Mash competition in Massachusetts on the 4th of November. So we're driving to Massachusetts for that one. And then we have the Worlds competition back in Washington State, and that is on the 18th of November. And then after that, we come to the family farm for Thanksgiving, and we'll be gone for the latter part of that week for Thanksgiving. And that is pretty much all the crazy travel apart from hunting at the very end of the year in December. So I've got a hunting trip that I do every single year in December, so I'll do that. But
Well,
pretty
parents,
much
too.
travel.
My parents came last December, and it was so much fun to have them. They helped me decorate my house. We got a Christmas tree together, and I might try to convince them to come out again in December. So we'll have Robert's hunting trip and then my parents out in December. Maybe.
Yeah, honestly, this year's great. Lots of exciting stuff. But I'm really excited about next year not having anything total chaos planned.
Yeah. I'm so looking forward to I'm really looking forward to doing all of this, but every trip that we go on, I'm like, we made it safely there and back.
Yes.
You know,
and we're like I said, we're driving everywhere. So we're driving to Washington twice. What do you do? Bonked. We're driving to Oregon. We're driving to Washington twice. We're driving to Massachusetts, to New York. We're driving everywhere. And part of that is by design with the preps, because when you fly, you have some additional fluid retention, and it's hard to travel with all your meals on a plane. You can do it. You just got to get like a ice chest bag and then check that. But I figure we're just gonna drive everywhere and hopefully feel productive in doing so.
Well, and the same too is we can work and then we can go to the gym. We can go to different gyms, which will really help to break it up for Robert too. It will make it not so monotonous, and it'll make it a little bit more fun. And Rigel will get to see more places, and I'll get to see more places, and we'll get to see some friends and family through all of it. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. All right, welcome home.
Thanks.
Thank you. So glad you have 5 mastiffs watching your crib while you're gone. We won't have mastiffs.
Well, okay, so 2 of the dogs have passed this last year, I think.
Yeah.
We have
3 dogs
we have
now.
3 of them, but they're actually
English setters.
Yeah, they're English setters. We want a strain of Mastiff eventually.
Italian
Italian.
Mastiff? But we do not have a Mastiff for ourselves yet.
But that would be so nice, and we won't have them until December. So we'll have some chickens guarding our place. No, we actually have some really awesome people who will be watching our place for us, the building. The crew will still be working through all of that, and then watching our house and animals and things like that.
Keto Greg says, "Hey Savages." Greg says, "Hey y'all, excited to see you. My travel, or my favorite travel."
Is he going to Hard to Kill?
Are you going to Hard to Kill,
I'm pretty sure
Greg?
that's when we'll see him, right?
You messed me up about the salt stuff. Just kidding. Much love, brother. Yeah, you gotta get the salt dialed in, man. But when you get it dialed in, it makes all the difference in the world. You get a much better pump for sure. Keto Greg is going to Vegas. Well, very cool. I don't know who else is going to Vegas. So if y'all are going to Vegas, let us know. I just think it's literally happening the week of one of my competitions, which is going to be too crazy for me. And I told the promoter, that I'm like, hey man, my competition date is here, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But I think he's still got me on the flyer, so I don't know. If you are planning on going to see me speak, I'm not going to be speaking because I'm not going to be there.
Well, apparently we did some video that said we were going to be in the Florida meetup, or Florida, or maybe Orlando, Keto Summit Orlando, or something like that. Apparently we said that somewhere.
I don't remember saying that.
I don't either. But someone told me that there's people going specifically to see us, and we're not going to be there. We're actually the last conference that we'll be at this year is Hard to Kill. That's the only conference we have left for this year. So.
And yeah, Hard to Kill and the 50 Mile March are not at the same time this year. They're normally the same time back to back. They're not The 50-mile march is the last weekend in August, and my first competition, is the first weekend in September. So that will be total chaos. All right, it's open discussion time, y'all. So any other questions, concerns, comments, thoughts that y'all want to have, let's dive into it. Had a really good podcast today with Judy Cho. We dove into business. And that's on her podcast. Not sure when it's going to go live.
It is 1,000 degrees in this room. Like I'm shiny because I'm.
Hard to Kill is going to be epic this year. Yes, Hard to Kill is always epic. It's one of my favorite conferences for sure. Highly encourage y'all to check it out. Definitely check it out. Speaking of conferences, and also speaking of Judy Cho, she is hosting her online carnivore summit right now, and I think there's like a link for it. She gave me a link. Let me see if I can find the link. Hold on there, cowboy. I'll talk while I find this link.
I don't know what else to say. What are we gonna do for the lives? Since we're gonna be like traveling sometimes on Wednesdays.
That's what I'm worried about. Like I don't know what do y'all want us to do?
Yeah, we're gonna be traveling just so much, and it's gonna be a lot of Wednesdays. We're trying to. So usually the competitions are either on a Saturday or a Sunday. So we're gonna be getting there to each location by Thursday. So we'll have like 2 days before his competition, but we'll actually be at the actual location. So we'll be traveling like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it might be a little bit chaotic. So we might just like, do we put it on hold, or do we just like only announce when we're actually going to be here?
I mean, we may be able to do some of them on the road though, for sure. Like we've got good internet signal. I'm all for doing them on the road if we're able, and like set up and camp it for the night. I just put the link in the YouTube and Facebook for the Carnivore Summit that Judy's got hosted this week, so definitely check that out. This is Facebook too, right?
It says on YouTube.
And Facebook right above it.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah. Any chance of getting blueberry keto bricks and our replays of your competitions available after the live events? We're going to film a lot of the competitions.
We need to contact the competitions and make sure we can film, because a lot of them don't like you to.
A lot of them I can't film. Like some of them, like Aaron, I've already talked to. Yeah, so we'll be able to film a lot of them. And yes, I'll definitely try and reveal all that as best I can.
We'll probably try and take like a lot of pictures, and then we'll pay for the professional photos too. So we should have a lot of footage. Whether like you can't watch the entire competition like on like a live stream or anything like that, but we'll definitely take pictures and videos, and we'll post some of the like actual professional photos.
Yeah. And in regards to your question about the blueberry muffin keto bricks, we do not have any protein for that one on hand. I would like to launch it again in the future, but it'll take a while to get the protein in. So that may be something that we do at some point in the future, but no tentative date yet. However, anybody watching the live right now on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, I highly, highly, highly encourage y'all to check out the Keto Brick site this weekend. That's all I'm saying. Keep an eye on your inbox. Keep an eye on the website. Keep an eye out, y'all, because there may be something exciting in the works this weekend on the Keto Brick front. So check that out. That's all I'm going to say there.
Rigel is eating melted down macadamia madness right now.
Melted down macadamia madness. That's an old one.
I know.
Does he like it?
Yeah, I've had it in our fridge. I just hadn't melted it down for him. So
he's a brick connoisseur. Thanks for the link. You bet. Check it out. Anything Judy does is like amazing. I was on that summit too, so I'm one of the speakers on the Carnivore Summit. But Judy's amazing. Like she is great. The quality of her work is top notch. She's top flight from an integrity standpoint. I just have a world of respect for Judy. All right, what else we got? Any other questions, comments, thoughts, y'all? Let's talk about something else. What's controversial right now in the nutrition space? What are some hot topics that people want to know more about?
Would that be for too many controversial topics right now?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too many right now.
People are not down for the drama right now.
Would that be for Switch Grocery too?
Connie, hi Connie.
Would what be for Switch Grocery too? Connie Begani in the building. What's up,
They
Connie?
will not have it. The,
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Hey, you heard that one.
Just like tried and then I took it back.
Switch has a lot of the same perks that Keto Brick does. It's just oftentimes a little bit later than Keto Brick has.
Facts.
You know, so yeah, if you're in Canada, definitely check out Switch though, because if you're in Canada, you can save money on shipping by getting your bricks at Switch Faux Show.
Switch Grocery.
Yep, Switch Grocery. Plus, the people at Switch are
Hey
awesome.
Liz. All my people are jumping on.
All your people jumping on. Did you ever think of making a keto brick with higher protein amounts? Yes, we do make some flavors with higher protein. For instance, the Bell's Brownie's got 38 grams of protein, if I remember correctly.
I
Which
mean,
is,
it's not high. It's not. We're never gonna make one that's higher protein than fat.
yeah,
We are not a protein bar.
yeah, we're not gonna. But I mean, 38 grams of protein is not a small dose of protein. I mean, that's totally ample protein to activate muscle protein synthesis, give you ample leucine, all that good stuff. Plus, if you look at like a Quest bar, which is a protein bar, there's less protein in a Quest bar than there is in most brick flavors. I think all brick flavors. Obviously, there's much less calories too, but we're not a protein bar. We're not a snack bar, a treat bar, a kid size bar. We're a real bar, y'all. We're a brick. The announcement, yes, definitely keep an eye out. Definitely keep an eye out. Eating clean keto. Hi, what's up? How are you? Any future plans for making the bricks available in stores in other countries? Yes, we're definitely trying to expand to other countries. Help us out here, though. Greg, I don't know if you're still on here, Greg, but Greg, Keto Greg is our wholesale guy, and he is hustling the wholesale, and we're always trying to find other wholesale accounts in other countries. So if anybody is in a different country or anywhere, and you want a store to carry the bricks, we're not trying to get into like the Walmarts and Whole Foods and like big box retail stores. That we're trying to target specialty niche stores. That way we can educate them. Or gyms or things like that, where we can have a relationship with them that's real. So if y'all know of any stores, by all means, DM Greg, email Greg, contact us.
A lot of people want them where they are located, and they'll say, "Hey, you should put them in blah de blah," like where they are, like in Florida. And we're like, tell us a spot that you think would hold it, and or tell them like, "Hey, there's this product I really want." And that is the most helpful for us when you can tell us directly, like, "Hey, I shop at this store." This would be really helpful because we aren't there in person, especially in other countries. We aren't there, so it's a lot harder for us to kind of narrow down. We definitely are searching, though, that's for sure.
Keto Greg 80 says, "I'm here. Yeah, shoot me a DM regarding wholesale." I feel like I should also apologize to Greg here. I feel like I dropped the ball on you, bro. I didn't give you pictures earlier, a heads up earlier. I'm just slacking, bro. I've been going 100 miles an hour, and I'm not trying to make excuses for myself. I screwed up. I apologize. And
last night, we were eating dinner. He's like, do you think I did something wrong? I didn't mean to forget to tell him. And I was like,
I just got a lot of respect for Greg.
Robert.
I just got a lot of respect for Greg, and I don't ever want to put him out or catch him on his back foot or anything because of my mistake. So I apologize, Greg. All right. I'm not an advocate for exogenous ketones. However, I find it really helps me my sleep issues. Hope it's not something I'll regret. It shouldn't be anything you regret. I mean, depending on what brand of exogenous ketone you're taking, like what brand are you taking? What kind is it? Is it salt? Is it an ester? I've heard multiple people say that it has benefited their sleep. So I wouldn't worry about it negatively impacting you in any way. There is a caloric load to them. It's not much. Some people say don't even worry about those calories because it's not going to be turned to fat. Some people say, hey, it is a calorie, so take it into consideration with your macro tracking for the day. I wouldn't really worry too much about it. I mean, if you're doing one single serving, it's not going to be that much anyways. I don't typically use many exogenous ketones when I'm trying to, prioritize fat loss, but I do like them from a anti-inflammatory recovery standpoint. And I can totally see how they'd be beneficial from a sleep standpoint, which is going to help with recovery. So I'm all for it.
Cody Z Comedy says, shout out to Rob for continuing to kill it.
Well, thank you so very much. I'll keep killing it.
Greg,
What up, Savages? What's up, Theo? How you doing, brother?
Greg says, if you send us a legit wholesale opportunity that ends up carrying our bricks, we will hook you up with free bricks.
Yes.
You guys hear that?
You hear it from Greg
So
first.
if you send Greg an email, Greg at KetoBrick?
It's Greg at ketobrick.com. Yes.
Greg at ketobrick.com. Send a legit wholesale place like a nutrition shop, a smoothie shake, a smoothie place, a gym, something like that that would carry the bricks. If they follow through and say, heck yeah, let's sign up for it, we'll hook you up with some bricks. So,
Yes.
and then Greg says, all good, dude.
All good, dude.
Thanks for saying that. Now the air is clear and he can chill out.
Yes.
Something you guys may not know about Robert is like literally the most honest person of all time. And he seemed rough and tough because he's savage, obviously. But he also wears his heart on his sleeve, where he never wants people to be upset with him. Like, obviously, none of us do, but like to a crazy degree. Like, he will ponder and sit on things for the longest time, even when it was nothing. Even when it was like the smallest thing ever, he will ponder it until he confronts the situation. And
yes.
So
you never have
really
to wonder
great quality
if
to
I'm
have.
hiding anything, because I'm never hiding anything. All right. What's your position on 2 meals a day versus 5 smaller meals a day? Some say eating more often will increase metabolism, and some believe it will only increase insulin production and not that good. All right, so if you are fat adapted and you are following a ketogenic diet, then I would not recommend multiple feeding frequencies. I honestly wouldn't recommend that on either stretch. The whole eat multiple times a day to speed up your metabolism is not really the way the body works. That was kind of tossed around a lot, like in the 70s and 80s, probably even the 90s. But that's not really going to have an impact. Now, where it does have an impact is there is benefit to stimulating muscle protein synthesis more than once a day. There is a point of diminishing returns, in which case I don't think that means more is not better, to the sense that you need to be eating multiple times a day, like 7 times a day, to increase muscle protein synthesis. But more than once is likely beneficial if your goal is to build muscle. Now, when I'm in a deficit, my goal is not to build muscle so much as it is to preserve muscle. And I oftentimes prefer to do an OMAD approach. However, when I'm in a building phase and I'm eating more calories, I'll split those greater calories intake up to like 2 or 3 meals a day. I don't usually do more than 3 meals a day. Crystal's doing like 3 a day right now, right?
Yeah, 3, sometimes 4. But I always make sure to have like plenty of protein with each meal. So I'm not just having like 10 grams of protein and like 30 grams of fat. Like, it's not a snack. I'm having meals every time I eat.
Yeah, I would try and get at least 30 grams of protein with each meal, and then make sure every meal contains fat too. You don't want to just like slam back a protein shake with a whey isolate and no dietary fat, because the dietary fat is going to help with the assimilation of that protein. So yeah.
But it also depends on like what your goal is. Like Robert said in a cut, like he is not trying to have multiple meals a day in a cut. He will have more meals when he's in a surplus. For someone who's like pregnant or breastfeeding or whatever, you're gonna probably get more hungry throughout the day. And I know a lot of people can't handle a lot of food at one time. So sometimes it's just better for you, because you can't fit it in your stomach, to have multiple meals a day. But it doesn't mean like 5 or 7. You know, like that's a lot and maybe not quite necessary. Hey, excuse me.
Making a mess over here.
Some water.
All right, what else we got, Joe? Any other questions, concerns, comments? Awesome.
Great interview on the Carnivore Summit, Robert.
Well, thank you so very much for
Junk
watching.
Gypsies, what's
Junk
up,
Gypsy
guys?
in the building. What's up, cuz?
Whatever cuz you are.
Yeah, whichever cuz you are. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We got the hands up. That Jolie, Amy, who talking to? It's Amy, probably on social, right? It's Jolie. Amy or Jolie?
Well, Jolie used to do it, but she said she gave most of it to Amy.
Must be Amy then. Did you guys use water slides on the ship? We did not.
Mm-mm.
There actually was not.
There wasn't water slides on this ship.
Yeah.
Which is
Amy and
kind of-
Indy. Amy and Indy.
ah,
What's up,
hey
Indy?
guys. So yeah, this one did. Please don't. This one didn't have slides. They had like a what is that like surf
Oh, like
like that
the yeah,
wakeboarding kind of.
like they make the
thing.
fake waves and you jump on and you like surf on the waves. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But they wouldn't let Rigel in any of the pool areas except for the baby splash pad because he's not potty trained. So,
Yeah.
and we didn't get in the water at all except for at the ocean.
Yeah. Except I got in the splash pad to keep him upright.
Yeah, splash pad.
He was not surfing them. Was not surfing. Look at that baby. Yeah, he's growing like a weed. Like a weed.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's pretty much a wrap on this one. We do need a topic for next week, though. We're here next week, right? Yes. Right.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We are here next week. What do you guys want to talk about next week?
So yeah, what do you want to talk about next week? You got a couple lists of things, right?
I made them up.
What was the other one?
I don't remember. I sent them to you.
You sent them to me?
Woo, guys, it's 1,000 degrees in here.
All right. You sent them to me and you said how to hit new PRs without a spotter.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people struggle with like trying to push themselves in the gym without having someone with them to spot them.
Yeah.
And I can attest to, yes, that is difficult, can be difficult, but I almost never have a spotter, which is not optimal. But if you don't have a spotter, if you're in a public gym and there are other people around that look like they can lift the weight, you have really no excuse because pretty much anyone is willing to spot you for 5 seconds. So just get the.
There's a lot you can do without a spotter, though, for
Yes.
sure.
So
we'll dive into
we
that.
can, yeah. If you guys want to talk about that, we can talk about that next week. I feel like that might be a good topic.
So Jennifer says, so I'm really weak in trying to build muscle. I currently do OMAD. Maybe I should reconsider. It was nice seeing you on the cruise. Yeah, if you're trying to prioritize building muscle more so than fat loss, then I would 100% recommend pushing the calories up, the protein up, the dietary fat up, and spreading that over at least 2 meals a day, possibly 3. But from a muscle protein synthesis standpoint, you're going to have better luck with more than 1 meal a day. All right. Yes. I'm assuming that's still the spotter question.
Oh, maybe.
All right. All right, y'all. We got a topic for next week. Much love to all y'all. Great seeing y'all again. Sorry we were MIA for the past 2 weeks, but we are happy to be back for the time being. Theo says, don't use clips if going for PR. Is because you need
to dump weight.
weights.
Yeah,
yes.
that's true. We'll definitely talk about that next week. So you guys come back next week, live at 5 on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. And we'll talk about trying to hit new PRs and challenging yourself in the gym without a spotter.
Boom chakalaka. All right, y'all. Take care. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all bunches. Say bye-bye, Reggie.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Say
He
bye.
does not do it on cue, but like if I'm on the phone and I say bye to someone, he's like, funny.
All right.
Okay,
Catch y'all later.
see ya.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
There he goes.